Anyway, you see up there on the top left of my screen, it is currently 80 degrees. And since my character has such low fortitude, uh, oh wow, it's 122 degrees now in this spot apparently. Don't know why the heat is so concentrated right here. Look at that baby dodo. Oh, no. Hey, go with me. Go with me. Go with me. Go with me. Go with me, little thief. Nope. Still no. It took my silica pearls. It does do damage to you when it attacks you, obviously. Stupid little thing. And there's another. Look at that. Oh, come on. It took my spoiled meat. You can throw a spear by holding L2. I missed because I'm terrible. Missed again. If you just walk back over your spears on the ground, you can recollect them. So there. My health is pretty low, so I'm going to just hang out over here and try to regain my health. So obviously, your screen is flashing red because you're about to die, and your character gets all bloody, looking like this. So that's a good indicator of when you're dying. I want to regain some health, so I'm going to collect some berries. I'm going to drop the wood and the stone for now, because I'm really heavy, and I can't really carry all that right now. And stone and wood are the easiest things to regain, so I'm going to just drop those, because I want to drop the other valuable items. But I'm going to eat some berries to regain my health. I'm going to eat the stem berries, because they do help heal you, even though they do dehydrate you. But I am close to water, so it's fine. You just hold R2 to eat berries, or eat anything in your inventory. You can't eat the cake slices or the candy, that's for dinosaurs. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab some berries and eat the berries so I can regain some health. And at the bottom it says you are regaining food. If I go to show buffs, okay, apparently it doesn't show in the buffs. But I'm just gonna eat these so my health can go back up. Oh no, I ate the cake slice by accident. Jesus Christ. Anyway, breeding cake slice. Cool down on breeding. Oh, the breeding cake slice. I think. Can I eat this one? No, can't eat the candy. I think it's for dinosaurs. Like when you're breeding the dinosaurs, I think they mate faster or something like that. Uh, it's something to do with the mating, because the mating times on official servers are extremely long sometimes. Um, Sometimes it takes a long time for the creatures to mate, which is not good. Well, I mean, it's time consuming. Anyway, let's get off this beach. I'm ready to like get into the game and really play. So I need stone and thatch to make. Oh, now that we have a pickaxe, a good way you can get some thatch is using the pickaxe on a tree. Use pickaxe on a tree, you get lots of thatch like that. Far more than just collecting the little branches off the beach. And if you want to get a lot of wood from a tree, you use a hatchet. Like that. I want to make some more bolas. For that, I need stone. In order to get a lot of stone, you use the hatchet on a giant rock to like break the stone. Like that. And on the top of my screen it says I'm encumbered. Drop some inventory weight in order to move again. My hatchet just broke. You can repair it simply by pressing up, pressing the directional pad on it, or the whatever thing you have set as it to pull it up. If you have the repair items in your inventory, like this, if you see down below it says repair requirements. That's my primitive stone pick. Everything has a durability. Right now it's at 19 out of 40. You can repair it using 1 stone, 1 wood, and 3 pieces of thatch. Press triangle to repair the item. Same with my bow. I can repair it with some fiber and wood. I repair that. Not everything has a durability, but your tools and armor, they have durability. And weapons have durability as well. Some weapons, not the spear. It just breaks at random. Anyway, I'm overweight right now. My weight icon is flashing red. It says I'm at 112, which means I cannot move until I reduce my weight. So I'm going to craft a few of these. Oh, I can only craft one apparently, a long fiber. Craft a bola. I'm going to craft some arrows. I'm going to craft 5. Let's see, what else should I craft? Well, I can't really do anything else right now. I'm going to drop. I'll probably drop the wood. It's like the easiest thing to get back, so I'm fine with that. I need some fiber. I'm gonna craft a few more bolas. What do I need? More fiber. I'm moving very slow because I'm kind of weighed down. You can see my weight is at 95, 96, 97. The more weight you have, the slower you move. And once you go over your weight, you just can't move. So you have to drop things. I'm just trying to collect some fiber so I can make more bolas. I want to have at least 5. I like to have at least 5 bolas on me whenever I'm using them, because they can go away pretty quick, especially if you have terrible aim like me. What else should I drop? I guess I'll drop. Well, I'll drop half the stone that I have. So if you want to split something in half, you can see all the different options you can do with it. You can split one off by pressing square. So instead of 94, I've got 93 now. You just drag it back to the rest of them to put it back together. Or if you split one and you want to stack them all back together, you just go to auto stack. Kind of like reduces the number of inventory spaces being taken up. You can split in half by pressing triangle. So just split into 2 stacks and drop half of what I have in stone because I'm weighing too much and I need to drop some weight. Level 15, we've unlocked gunpowder, flare gun, hide, armor, which is good. I think I just saw a stimulant right here. Like I said, is important in the game. You can make that from spark powder and stem berries. And narcotics, you make that from narco berries, spoiled meats to knock creatures out. My character's thirsty, so I'm going to. Oh, I guess this is a good time to show. You can regain your water supply by eating berries as well. You don't get much from it. It's like a last ditch effort, but the juice from the berries does supply you a little bit of water. Oops, I accidentally ate narco berries. As you can see, it's still at 0. My water's still at 0. Try not to sprint when your water is at 0, because when you're sprinting, it does require, it does make your food and water go down, because you're using your energy and it's consuming your food and it's increasing your thirst, obviously. It's just like burning energy in real life. If you go do a workout session, you're probably going to be hungry and thirsty afterwards. So just doing things that require your stamina in this game. When your stamina goes down, your food and water go down to replenish your stamina. So I'm just going to eat more berries. And juice from berries does not increase your water by a lot. As you can see, it's like barely going up. It's at 3. But anyway, I'm going to run down to the water, get a sip, and then come back up. because I want my water to be back at 100. So we got a little journey to make. So we can get off this beach and hold on. We can get off this beach and get into some. That thing is carrying the item it stole from me. I don't remember what it stole, but it's carrying whatever it steals from you. It'll like take off. You see, it's got a little bag in its hand. It just stole my narco berries again. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk. This is a must chops. These things are very good to tame in the beginning of the game because you don't need a saddle to mount them. You can just get straight on their back and ride around, and they're pretty useful. I guess I should tame something just to show what it's like and how useful the creatures in the game can be. So I'm probably gonna go and tame that Parasaur over there. That's fine, I'll just spray. I don't waste my stamina. I've got water next to me, so it's fine. This thing again, bro. Get away from me. Oh my god, I stole my stone. So here's where bolas come in handy. Could use a bola to stop that stupid thing from running. Whenever you have the little green icon when you're using a bola, it means that you can bola this creature. If a red icon shows up, it means you cannot. Kill this thing. Constantly stealing from me. Sucker. Still has my narco berries. I don't really need those though. And your character does just occasionally poop. It is a part of the game. You can use that for things as well. It even has its own use. As you can see, it provides nitrogen. So that's useful for certain parts of the game. I don't need these items back, so I don't care. I'm going to tame that Parasaur over there. These are good, like, early tame creatures. It's only level 15, so this will be easy. Now, when you attack a Parasaur, it does run away from you. So my game is, like, lagging. But as you can see, with the bola in my hand, it does show up green over the Parasaur, which means I can knock this Parasaur out. Or I can bola this Parasaur. Before you do that, though, you are going to need something to knock the... Oh, wait, no, you don't. This is level 15. It doesn't matter. That stupid bird is there. I don't want to get close to that. I'm going to bola the Parasaur, and I'm just going to knock it out with this other bola. Just by pressing L1. Smack it in the face with these rocks. Oops. Come on. Stole my candy. Let me try to shoot this stupid thing. Jeez, I suck. I'm not playing. Anyway, we've knocked this thing out. You have to feed it berries when you knock it out to tame it. So I'm just going to collect some berries. The best berries to feed any plant eaters are Mijo berries, no, narco berries. You feed them narco berries to keep them knocked out. Yeah, this is how you tame stuff. You gotta knock them out first, or certain things. Some creatures aren't tamed by knocking them out. Some creatures are tamed in different methods. But this Parasaur you tame by knocking it out. It's one of the easiest and like first tames you can get in the game. And because this one is such a low level, it'll be very easy for us to get. Oh no. Oh no, that thing's trying to attack my Parasaur. You do have to make sure you're protecting a creature if you've got it knocked out, because you do want to make sure it doesn't die. This thing's health is extremely low right now. Look at that. Its health is at 9 out of 200 because that thing just attacked it. Gonna put food in its inventory. It's gonna tame up just by eating. The way I put that food in its inventory is you can either press X twice on an item, it'll just move one over, or you just hold X on the item and press R2. It'll move the whole stack into its inventory. And you can take it out of its inventory the same way. Gonna go to the dino tracking, go to tames in progress. It will show you the creature you're currently taming. Just give it a sec to load. There it goes. It says it's unconscious. The taming is at 64%, 73%. It goes up every time the creature eats. And the taming effectiveness is at 62.8. It will gain an additional 4 levels when it wakes up. Your taming effectiveness is important because if you want a creature to gain a bunch of levels, they gain bonus levels when they are tamed. And the higher level they are, the more bonus levels they'll gain. But in order to get good taming effectiveness, you have to make sure the creature does not take damage while it's knocked out. So, like this creature was attacked when it was knocked out by that little below. I think I also hit it myself, and that bird that was attacking me hit it. So it's not got good taming effectiveness now. The taming effectiveness is in the 60s. It's not great. But as you can see, we tamed a Parasaur. The Parasaur needs to heal. So I'm gonna put some berries in its inventory. It's gonna eat those berries. It's gonna heal up. I'm gonna put the meat in its inventory too. It doesn't eat meat, but it can preserve the meat for longer than you can. As you can see, if I have this meat in my inventory, it says it's gonna spoil in 5 minutes. In the creature's inventory, it spoils in 21 minutes. So you can put certain things with spoil timers in a creature's inventory to preserve them longer. I mean, it's berry seeds just because I'm hungry. Character's food is at 12. Anyway, in order to mount this Parasaur, you need to make a saddle. So I'm going to unlock it. The Parasaur saddle is right here, unlocked at level 9. In order to craft it, you just need fiber, wood, and hide. I believe we have all those things. We don't have wood. Okay, let's grab some wood real quick. And by default, when you tame a creature, it's automatically going to be following you. In order to get it to not follow you, you can just hold circle and go to whistle stop 1. Or you can do whistle stop all. This will make your creature just be still. This little interaction wheel basically just does all the little things you want it to do. So you can whistle follow all, the creature will follow you. Or you can whistle follow 1. You can only do whistle follow 1 when you're looking directly at a creature that you've tamed. You can't do it with random creatures, it only works with your tames. You can do stop all, already went over that. You can do whistle aggressive, which means your creature will just run off and attack anything in its sight. You can do whistle attack my target, which means that anything you attack, the creature will attack. You can do whistle neutral, which means anything that attacks you or attacks your creature will defend itself, be neutral. You can do passive flee, which means whenever your creature's getting attacked or you're getting attacked, the creature will run away and try and save itself. You can do whistle passive, which means anytime the creature's being attacked, it'll just be totally passive. It'll stand there and just take the damage. It could be a good distraction for you if you're trying to get away from something. You can just leave your creature there, let it get attacked, and you run away. You can do whistle attack this target. In order to do that, you have to be looking directly at something you want the creature to attack. You have to be looking at like a creature or an enemy structure or something like that. You do whistle flyer land. This is important when you have flying creatures. And you can do emotes. You know.
Hey,
You can only see the emotes when you're in third person or orbital view. The way you pull up this interaction wheel is by holding the touchpad, holding down the touchpad. We can do extended HUD, you know, like I like to play. When you take off the extended HUD, you can't see certain information about your creature. You can do toggle third person, toggle orbit camera. Orbit camera just lets you move the camera around. You press L1 to zoom out, L2 to zoom in. You just move the camera around like that. You can still walk while you're doing this, but you can't turn it anyway because you're turning the camera. But if you're in orbital camera mode, you look at yourself, you know, the circle interaction wheel, do an emote. Yeah, alright. And in order to get out of the orbital cam, you just press the touchpad again. It'll go back to whatever mode you had it in before. I like playing first person, so I go first person. Let's collect wood for the Parasaur saddle. I think that was enough. Yeah. So you craft the Parasaur saddle. As you can see, it says Parasaur saddle equipable primitive. This is a primitive Parasaur saddle. Its durability is 100, and it'll only provide 25 armor to the Parasaur, which is very important to know. Level 16, we've unlocked some structures and things. See, my Parasaur is on attacking my target, which means, you know, whatever attacks me, the Parasaur is going to attack. You can do whistle passive to make it not attack. I'm not really worried about that bird, so I'm not going to have my Parasaur chasing it around. But now that I am on my Parasaur, I'm going to attack that bird if it comes at me again. Oh, stupid thing. Okay, anyway. Dude, this thing's annoying. Anyway, as we go, there's a trike stuck here. This is good to show that you cannot use bolas on a trike. It'll show red because you can't do that. This thing's actually stuck, which is cool because I could trink it and knock it out like that. But, stupid copy. Roughly. Alright, so you can ride your Parasaur just by pressing triangle. Your Parasaur does poop as well. Like I said, it provides nitrogen. It's an important resource on its own for other things later in the game. I'm going to put the meat in Parasaur's inventory so it doesn't spoil so fast. Now, you can increase things on the Parasaur just like you can increase things on yourself. Your creature also gains XP levels just like you. In the same way you can put on armor, their armor is their saddle. So, however good the saddle is determines how much armor they have. Same with your clothes. If you're wearing clothes, it determines how much armor you can have. Like each armor piece provides a little bit of armor. These pants that I've unlocked will provide me with 10 armor. But anyway, back to the inventory. I'm going to increase this creature's melee damage. Because if I attack anything, I want it to be able to deal some damage. Parasaur is a passive herbivore, so it doesn't really do much damage anyway, because it's not meant to be a fighting creature. But it's good to get around, and it's good to defend yourself from some of the early dangers in the game. So we're just going to go ahead and travel a bit now. Oh, there's a raptor. Oh my god, this thing's annoying. Go ahead and run from that raptor. Anyway, as you can see, this Parasaur only has 200 health. Oh, go ahead and run a little bit. I want to get to a certain point on the map. This thing's annoying, bro. Parasaur can collect berries from bushes by attacking the bushes. It cannot collect fiber for you. It can only collect the berries. That bird is following me, being very annoying. But basically, I want to get to a. I'm getting so irritated with this bird, bro. I make errors. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm not gonna craft 36, just craft like 10. I'm kill it without wasting my bow. I think I accidentally. That's my second accidentally shot my first one. Be careful when using weapons because you can harm your own creatures. If you shoot at your own creature or something, you can't kill it. So look out for that. Stupid. Or these little dragonflies will attack you whenever something dead is nearby because they eat corpses. And if there's a corpse nearby, they're gonna attack you to like get you away from their corpse. So they don't want you to eat their stuff. Even though I'm the one that killed it. As you can see, this Parasaur is not meant for a fight. It's already about to die just from fighting some little dragonflies. These little dragonflies are important to kill if you see them early in the game because they provide you with chitin. Chitin is important in the game, so it's a good resource to gather from these little dragonflies. Easy way to gather it. My character is burning up, so we'll probably end up dying soon if we don't get to a cooler location. I think I am going to unlock some cloth armor just to Mejo Berry. The mouse chops want some Mejo Berry. This is a good way to show another taming method. Parasaur should have some. I'm gonna unlock the cloth armor. I said you shouldn't. It's good to fight the heat. As you can see, it says it has 15 heat resist. This has 15 heat resist. They all give you 15 heat resist. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft some cloth armor so I can get some resistance to the heat. There's 5 pieces of armor. The pieces for your hands, legs, torso, feet, and your head. So I'm gonna craft that and equip. Oops, by myself. Inventory. In order to equip the items, you just press R2 and they'll go on your person. Jeez. Even with that heat resistance, it'll tell you right here too now, I currently have 151 heat resistance. But even with that, it's still so hot that my character is still burning from hypothermia. So upgrade fortitude again. Now I have 160 heat resistance and I'm still dying. It's 116 degrees, so that's why it's so hot and my character is burning up. Anyway, I'm going to take these Mejo berries because the Moschops wants them. Now, whenever you find a creature like this, a Moschops is a creature that you tame passively. You don't have to knock it out to tame it. So, in order to do that, you just give it whatever it's requesting. Some creatures you have to be stealthy when doing this because they don't like, they're territorial, so you have to like sneak up behind them and feed them. But this one's not, so it's fine. And the way you feed them passively is you put whatever item they want in the last slot of your hotbar. And then you walk up to them, and then you just press triangle. Fed him the Mejo Berry. It is now taming. It went up 75% taming. And then you just wait till it's hungry again. As you see there, it says wait until it's hungry again. So when it's hungry again, I'm going to feed it again, and then we'll have 2 creatures tamed. And the Moschops is a very useful creature. So I believe it does request something different each time, so it might not request a Mejo Berry again. It might request a Mejo Berry again. You never know. I'm gonna eat some berries to regain my food and water. And also another good thing about having creatures tamed is they can carry stuff for you because they have a lot more weight than you sometimes. This one can carry 518 weight. So I'm going to put all my items on the Parasaur's inventory, so that way I don't have to carry so much and I'm not weighed down. So now I've just reduced my weight and it can carry things for me and it still has room. See if this guy's hungry again. Or girl. No, it's not. The taming effectiveness is at 100. This thing's going to gain 19 additional levels from the taming. So it's going to go to level 59. So a wild creature will never remain the same level when you tame it unless you have really ruined the taming effectiveness, which again, like I said earlier, happens if the creature takes damage while you're taming it. So something like this, when you're doing a passive tame, if I was to punch this creature right now, the taming effectiveness would go down from 100. And with that, the additional levels it's going to gain is going to go down. Which is important to know when you're taming a creature. If you want it to go even higher, you want to make sure that the taming effectiveness stays at 100. So, still, we're just waiting. Oh, giant bee honey. I don't have giant bee honey, bro. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess we're not taming that. Hold square to dismiss the taming progress bar. I would have liked to tame a Moschops. They're very good in the beginning. Especially since you don't have to craft a saddle to ride them. They don't even have a saddle. But that's also not good because that means they don't have any armor. Anyway, I'm going to rate the melee damage on this Parasaur. I do need to craft some more bolas, stone fiber hide, and thatch. And more arrows. Just in case we run into something that we need to defend ourselves from. Oh, one good thing about being on a creature is even when you're crafting things, you won't be slowed down because you're on the creature's back, and so you craft while on the creature's back, and it won't slow you. Now, the area I'm traveling to right now is just my favorite area to build, so I'm gonna go there. This is where we are on the map. I'm trying to get towards that little bit of water right there. There's a supply drop right here, which is important because supply drops give you things that can help you survive. And like I said, there's different tiers. Primitive is the lowest tier. Primitive is represented by a white color, like the white glow behind the item is primitive. So this here is a primitive supply drop. Be careful when you're going to supply drops because if you get to a supply drop and there's dangerous creatures around, they will attack you. We just got some pants, some narco berries, some fish meat, a water skin, which is good for carrying water, but I'm not going to take that because it has holes in it and it loses water over time. A sleeping bag, that's good, and a storage box, that's good. Take those items. And the supply drop just disappears once you empty it. Once you take things from it, it'll just go away. I wanted to make more arrows. What do I need? Thatch fiber, flint. I don't have thatch, so we gotta get some thatch. A lot of times in the game, when you're going to a supply drop, there will be dangerous creatures around. You have to look out for that. It's kind of like a setup sometimes, so you have to make sure you're paying attention and make sure there's nothing around that will kill you while you're trying to access the supply drop. Because they do that a lot. There will be like raptors around the supply drop. You go to get some loot from the supply drop, and then the raptors attack you. So just want to look out for things like that. I'm gonna craft some arrows. I'm gonna craft as many arrows as I can. So you press triangle to craft however, the maximum amount, and then you press square to like craft 5 at a time. I pressed triangle, so it's gonna craft me 21 arrows because that's all I can make right now. So we've got 29 arrows, 6 bolas. These are good. These pants that I got from a drop. Usually, when you get items from a drop, it will be better than an item you can craft in your hand. So I'm gonna compare these pants that I just got from the drop to the pants that I have on. As you can see, these pants provide 10 armor. You indicate that by the little shield and the number next to the shield. So you've got 10 armor, 25 durability. This is on the item's description too. Heat resistance 15, cold resist 8, and it only weighs 1 pound. Then you go to this one. This one, durability 27, which is 2 better than what we have. Heat resist 15.9, which is 0.9 better than what we have. Armor 10.4, which is 0.4 better than what we have. Cold resist 8.7, which is 0.7 better than what we have. It's not a big difference, but it does make a difference in the game. So, yeah, especially at the early stages of the game. So this isn't like game breaking. It won't change much, but it will help you a little bit. I don't have spyglass. I'm gonna look at this Parasaur level here. 15 as well. Do I have a male or female? I have a female. Okay. I'm not gonna tame another female because I don't need that. I'm surprised I was not attacked by anything on my way over here. I'm not gonna lie. The area I'm moving towards is a very dangerous place for a beginner. It's not very dangerous. It's kind of like a medium area, just like how we spawned at a medium area, which means there will be dangers, but there's not, dangers so much that you can't get around it. In the hard regions, there's just danger. It's just imminent death all around, probably, unless you're really experienced. Level 55 Stegosaurus. This is good because you can, you definitely want to tame a Stegosaurus. They're very useful creatures. So I'm gonna collect some berries. I want to get narco berries because with the narco berries, once I reach level 21, I can use them to make narcotics. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna go up here and see if I can grab this explorer note. There's an explorer note over here that you can get. I'll show you where it is when I get to it on the map. And you can get explorer notes to gain experience really quickly. They'll basically boost your XP. Oh my god, there's a T-Rex over there. Okay, let's be very quick because we don't want to hang around here. So if you can walk your creature into the explorer node, that's very useful as well. I was going to show the location, but I'm just going to run it. We don't want to be around here. This place is dangerous. So I'm just going to leave real quick. There's another moss chops. Let's see what it wants for me to tame it. Cooked prime meat. We don't have that. Let's get out of here. Being attacked by little bugs. So once I get to safety, I'll explain the explorer node and everything. I'll just explain it. The explorer node, as you can see at the bottom right corner, says explorer node found. Be careful when jumping off ledges because you can't take fall damage. Your creature takes fall damage. You can die from that, so careful. It says explorer node found, and there's a countdown timer. This is your experience boost. The arrows up mean you have a boost in XP right now. Jesus, there's an alpha raptor over there. Alpha creatures are the most dangerous creatures in the game. As you can see, that's an alpha raptor. You can tell by the red glow. Everything around an alpha raptor will get a boost in damage and resistance from you. So you see that arrow on the Parasaur? That was just there. It went away now. But the alphas give a boost. And alphas are very dangerous. They will attack you on sight. They will kill you. Jeez. This is terrible. This is the location I want it to be. It's the exact location I want to build my base at. This is my favorite spot to be in the game. But that alpha raptor lurking around, I'm kind of concerned. Anyway, I want to tame that steg, wherever it went, Stegosaurus. So I'm going to work on collecting some narco berries. These, collect them. Oh, that's a Therizinosaur. Therizinosaur, very dangerous. It's an herbivore, but it kills like a carnivore. So you want to stay away from those unless you're trying to tame one. Which this early in the game I do not recommend. And it is very territorial. So it will attack you as soon as you get close to it. So you want to move away from it. Oh, the steg is over there. So what I want to do is choose that alpha raptor is concerning. So like I said, this is a medium area, so there will be dangers in the area, like the alpha raptor and that Therizinosaur. But they're easy to get around if you just stay away from them. If the alpha raptor like gets onto you, just run and maybe lead it to something else. If you can't lead it to something else, then you're just gonna have to die. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Jeez, man, that alpha raptor needs to go away. I want to tame the stegosaur, but with the alpha raptor being there, the stegosaur is probably gonna die, which sucks for us. That Parasaur is getting an alpha buff. Oh my god, that's alpha. It's so dangerous. Why is this thing lurking around? Man, it needs to go away. There's a stegosaur over there in the trees that I want to tame, but I'm probably not going to be able to do it with the dangers around. So I'm just going to head back over here and try not to get myself killed. But anyway, with the experience boost, your XP will go up quicker. You'll gain levels a lot faster. I'm going to, again, increase fortitude at level 21, which is the level I want it to be. We have now unlocked Trank arrows. This you can use, you can make by combining narcotics and arrows, and it's made to put creatures to sleep. So I'll use that on my bow to knock out that Stegosaurus. We can tame the Stegosaurus that way. You can't tame the Stegosaurus the same way we tamed the Parasaur, with like a bola and knocking it out with our hand. That is not going to work with a steg. They're far more dangerous, bigger, and deadlier. So even though they're herbivores, you have to tame them in a certain way. We've unlocked a lot of stuff that'll be important later. But right now I'm just going to continue collecting narco berries because we need a lot of them to make narcotics. Come on, pull up the inventory. Game is being kind of wonky. Here we go. We don't have any spoiled meat. Okay. A good way to spoil meat in your inventory is just splitting all of it, so you can get a lot of spoiled meat. You do that by, whoops, never mind, not that. You can do that by pressing L or R3 on it, and then you go down to split stack, split all. So that way, because if it's in a stack like this, when it spoils, it's only going to spoil one piece of meat. But we want a lot of pieces of spoiled meat because it requires one piece of spoiled meat to make narcotics. So we want all of this to spoil individually so that we get a lot of spoiled meat at once. The Parasaur has some levels, so I'm going to increase melee damage on it. You can see our Parasaur is, the weight is kind of building up because we've been collecting a lot of berries. But mainly I just want narco berries. Another thing to know about creatures levels as well is when you level up a creature's melee damage, not only do they deal more damage to creatures, they deal more damage to anything you attack. So like these berry bushes that I'm attacking, we'll get more berries because it'll be harvesting more since it's dealing more damage. The higher the melee damage, the more you can harvest from things. Because since it's dealing more damage, it's harvesting more. So with that, we have a lot of narco berries. So that's good. That's what we wanted. The Parasaur is almost overweight. I'm going to start building a little hut here. I don't know where that Alpha Raptor went. I don't want to know. I'm just glad it's gone. I'm going to start building a little hut. So I'm going to collect some. Can I build stone structures? I want to build a stone hut. Looks like level 24 you unlock this stuff. I should probably gain that by just doing stuff around here with the experience boost. I'm going to put this on the Parasaur's inventory. I'm going to drop all these berries except the narco berries because this thing is overweight. I want to keep the narco berries right now because I'm going to use them to make tranquilizers, but everything else I'm going to drop. Yeah. That way it can carry my building materials that I'm going to be needing really soon. When you're doing anything while you have the experience boost, you're going to gain more XP, obviously. Do we need to repair this? Thatch wood and flint. Okay. Now that we are here at our destination that we want to be in, I'm probably going to start increasing my weight when I level up because I want to make sure I have enough weight to be able to carry all the things I'm going to need for building. I'm going to have the Parasaur follow me. And as you can see, this thing says follow distance is medium. You can change the follow distance by simply holding triangle on it to pull up the options. And you go to behavior and change follow distance here. I'm going to change it to low so it follows me pretty closely. There's a whole lot of options in there. You can go through all that and look. Parasaurs specifically have this ability where they alert you of creatures that are around that are dangerous or other players, things like that. So yeah, that's exclusive only to the Parasaur. And look at that, our meat has spoiled. We now have 40 pieces of spoiled meat. I want to put that in the Parasaur's inventory so it doesn't spoil. Spoiled meat does spoil. I know, doesn't make sense. But after a while, you can't use this anymore. See, in my inventory, 15 minutes and it's going to disappear. In the Parasaur's inventory, it has 57 minutes, an hour. So that's good for us. Just waiting for the rest of this to spoil. There it goes. We now have 44 pieces of spoiled meat, which means we can make 44 narcotics as long as we have enough berries as well. So I'm going to continue on harvesting things to build with. I want to reach level 24 because level 24 is where I need to be to start crafting stone structures. And stone structures are what I want to have in order to be able to build my base. You can build structures out of wood or thatch, but they are both like very weak materials. You know, if you build something out of thatch, it can be destroyed easily by random wild creatures. If you build something out of wood, it can be destroyed easily by random wild creatures. Building out of stone is a good way to go. That Parasaur running concerns me because that means it's running from something. Like I said, Parasaurs are very passive creatures. So if something attacks it, they'll just run away, which That's why I bowled this one to catch it. So yeah, I want to build out of stone because there's not a lot of wild creatures that can damage stone structures. So you'll be relatively safer in a stone building. So that's what I want to build out of. So I'm just going to collect a lot of stone, collect a lot of wood, because in order to craft stone structures, you need stone and wood and thatch, a lot of thatch. Oh, watch out for that. That's a queen bee. Not Beyonce, but queen bees in the game will deploy like worker bees to attack you if you get too close to them. They do have a use in the game though. I'll repair my hatchet. Collect some wood. Collect more stone. Make sure you don't attack your creature while collecting. If you have a creature standing too close to you while you're harvesting things with weapons, you can accidentally kill your creature, so look out for that. I'm going to place this storage box down somewhere and put some of the materials in the storage box so my Parasaur doesn't have to carry everything since it's about to be overweight. The storage box can only hold 15 spaces of items for you. A small storage box, so it doesn't hold much. But there are bigger storage boxes. There's a large storage box which can hold 45 slots of items. And then there's a vault which can hold like 350 slots of items. You want to use a vault when you're like later in the game and you start gathering lots of stuff, obviously. But as of right now, that small storage box will have. So I'm just going to continue running around collecting stuff to build with. I'm only at level 21. I want to hit level 24 soon so that we can start crafting stone structures. So you only unlock them at level 24. Oof, too heavy to move. If you're too heavy to move, you can throw an item out and then you just walk over to it, pick it back up, and I'm going to put that Parasaur's inventory. I think I'm going to kill some things so that I can get some XP. The best way to get XP in this game is by killing things. Depending on what you kill, you get more or less XP. So I'm going to go... I would leave my Parasaur here, but I'm kind of concerned about that. So I'm going to go over here, down over this way where I'm at. Oh, this is my the base location that I want to be at. Latitude 47, longitude 78. This is the area that I like to build. I'm surprised nobody's built a base here already because this is a very popular area. It's a very nice place. I like to be here. It's got access to water, lots of other resources around in the area, and there's like a little swamp down here. The swamps have things like titanoboas, which are large prehistoric snakes, and you can kill a titanoboa and get some good XP. So I'm looking for one of those. And titanoboas are the type of creature that have a venomous bite, which means it will knock you out before it kills you. It'll attack you, and if your fortitude is not leveled up, it will knock you out with the first bite, and then it kills you. Something's over there knocking down trees. That means there's a large creature over there. Not sure what it is, and I probably shouldn't go looking. I'm looking for titanoboas. A titanoboa would not be able to knock over any trees, so I know it's not over there. But I'm going to look around, search the area. Doesn't look like there's anything dangerous around here, really. Um, yeah, everything's like peacefully just walking around, casually chilling. Uh, is that another alpha raptor? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, this is why I say this spot is like medium area. This is a dangerous place. There's lots of things that spawn over here that can kill you, but also there's lots of peaceful creatures. Anyway, oh, oh, I thought that was a. I think I'm gonna kill that raptor if I can. Oh no, it just ran off, chasing that iguanodon, which is fine. I'm just looking for something to kill to get some XP.